Your definitive guide to academic reading. I had a lot of comments on my last video that I mentioned readings being like, well, everyone knows how to read, like why would you need a video on that? But you don't understand, academic reading is a whole different kettle of fish to normal reading. So I'm going to tell you how to do it, because if you don't know, you're going to struggle your way through first year. So first of all, it's very much dependent on how much readings you get prescribed as a course. I know at least on my course, because it's very low contact hours, anything that I miss in contact hours has been made up in readings. So I have upwards about 300 pages, so an entire book's worth of reading or more per week. So I've done it a lot, so I've become seasoned at the rodeo, so this is my advice. Firstly, if you know that you're on a course with high reading content and every module you do is going to give you a lot of reading, I cannot recommend highly enough doing the readings as soon as you're given them. Don't wait till the weekend before, don't wait to the day before that the next readings are due. You're going to regret it. Make sure you're prioritizing readings, you're prioritizing getting them done and out the way. If you've been given so much reading that you think you cannot possibly do it all, then I cannot recommend highly enough forming a reading group. So this is a group of about 3 or 4 people within your seminar, and you each agree to read one of the set texts, and you make notes on it, and then you come back together before the next seminar and you discuss each text that you read and present it to the group and then share notes. So although you've only read one of them, you have the notes on the others and you can refresh yourself on them. In terms of actually reading, a lot of the time academic writing is a lot of waffle. And this is why you need to learn how to read it, because you can spend hours reading something that most of it is like not relevant to you whatsoever. So what you're always going to want to be doing is reading the abstract. The abstract is the little like introduction thing at the beginning of the academic article or journal. It's going to explain to you exactly what the author is looking to find, so the intentions of the reading, and then also often gives you in advance like a spoiler as to what they found from their study. This is going to be basically highlighting to you everything you need to know about this text, and I absolutely recommend before you begin like reading, read the abstract and then from it write down, okay, this is what the text is about, this is the study, and this is the method of study if it's mentioned. Then you can go ahead with the text, but if you're reading with an intention, so for example, if you're reading on a topic like democracy, but it's a paper that's more kind of generalized, read each like sentence at the start of a paragraph to see if it's worth reading. You know, if there's a mention of democracy in it, you think it's going to answer my question, it's going to answer what I'm thinking about democracy or whatever, then continue reading. But if it doesn't mention that at all, then it's probably not worth it. If you really want to speedrun it, you don't have enough time, just read the abstract and the conclusion. It gives away everything. You might be missing a few details that would be useful to go back on if you're going to use it in an essay, but generally those are the most important parts of the reading, because that's going to be telling you exactly what you need to know and what was found. Also, the title is going to be really useful. Read the title, it's going to give you hints as to what the paper is about. Titles, subheadings, they're going to help you navigate, so pay attention to them. What is also good is to create a grid. So in your grid you're going to have the name, the date of publication, who published it, all of the information like the reference to the reading, and then a column to put a quote or any quotes that you find useful from the reading, and then another column for your critical analysis. So after you've read it, what do you think of this statement? What do you think of this finding? What did it make you think of? Is there anything you can link it to? Because the thing about reading is that you're going to have to be doing it from a critical analysis lens. So as long as you're doing that, it should be good. Another method I've got here written down is the QDAFI method. Basically, it's what was the question the authors tried to answer? What did the authors do to answer the question? What was their rationale? What did they find? And what was their interpretation of these findings with regard to the initial question? I like to ask myself these questions every single time I've finished a reading, just sitting back and going, okay, what was the intention here? What were they trying to do? What was the purpose of this? Did it land? Did I agree with it? And this is another thing. You have to ask yourself what your aim was when you were sitting down to read this text. What did you aim to get out of it? What did you think or what did you believe before you read the text? And what did the author want you to believe? Then from there you have to ask yourself, has your view on the topic been changed? Have you learned something you didn't know before? Or are you still steadfast in your belief? Do you find there's weaknesses in the text? And if there are weaknesses, what are they and why? Those are just your critical lenses. So, in short, reading is just making sure that you're not spending too much time on waffle and you're just focusing on the critical content and then analysing it. So you're going to be wanting to look at your titles, your subheadings, the beginnings of a paragraph. You're going to be wanting to look at that conclusion, and you're going to be wanting to kind of reach out to your peers for support and help also if you need to, and form reading groups to make it quicker and easier. Ask yourself questions, constantly question everything you read. Do you believe with it? Do you agree with it? Is it strong? Is it strong reading? Why is it strong? All of these questions and you should be fine. Get it done, get it out the way in time. If not, like I say, there are easier ways of minimising the amount you have to do, skim reading if you have to, and also working alongside your friends. I will like to say though very quickly, if you are sharing notes with your friends, make sure if you're going to be writing an essay, you're changing the words that you've used from the ones you used in the notes. You don't want to be struck down for plagiarism. Universities take that highly seriously and you can get in a lot of trouble, so make sure those paths aren't crossing. I hope this video is useful. If you have any questions, let me know, and any questions about uni in general, I'm always here. Thank you so much for watching.